name's Rachel. I'm a homeschool mom to two boys, grades 3rd and 5th. And today I wanted to show you an inside look into what we use for our Bible curriculum. I have 4 here to kind of show and walk through for you, grades 3rd through 6th. I have almost all of my curriculum already here for our next year. My kids will be in grades 4th and 6th. But I wasn't really planning on doing a flip through of all of our curriculum because there's most of what I have, there are already YouTube videos out there for. However, what I haven't seen are ones from the Positive Action Bible curriculum. This is grade 3. 3rd grade. This is what my son's going through right now. And so I have the 3rd and the 5th, which is what they're doing now, and then their next step up, 4th and 6th. And so I wanted to kind of share you what it's like and why I like it. So this following year will be our 3rd year using this company, and I have actually been really impressed with it. So this particular series by Positive Action, they start in 1st grade, and then they go up to 6th grade, and then it looks different for their middle school years. They also sell a teacher's guide, which I have never bought and used. And some of the grades looks like they even have a CD for hymns. But each one of these, just the student pages, is only $20. So this is super affordable, which I like. Now, I do not have the 2nd grade anymore. That was my son's from last year, and we typically toss old curriculum that can't be reused or given away. What I really liked about the 2nd grade one was at the very beginning, they really break down how to read, they break down how to find a Bible verse. They explain kind of when it says, John 3:16 or whatever, what the 3 means, what the 16 means, how to find it. And one thing that I have really enjoyed with each of these is how much it jumps from Old Testament to New Testament, back and forth. And my kids are really getting a good basis on where the books in the Bible are. Even my 3rd grader, when he hears one of the names of the Gospels, he knows to go into the New Testament. And so they're both just really learning how to use their Bible, how to find it. Now, all of these are going to go over Bible stories, but they also have areas for reflection. And I'm going to go ahead and just show you the inside. Alright, so I have 4 grades that I can kind of show you. They're all very similar in setup. I'll go ahead and start with the 3rd grade. This is what my 3rd grader is using right now. And for all of these, they all have 35 lessons. However, every single lesson is broken up into 3 parts. So you're going to have a 1A, 1B, and 1C, 2A, 2B, 2C. And so whenever we do Bible, I just require them to do one section. So just 1A that day, and then 1B the next day. And this fills up our whole year. So the first lessons always start with some vocabulary. And so you'll see here we have 2A. Here's that section. And they're not too long at this grade. Here's where 2B starts, 2C, and then you're on to lesson 3. So there will be a little bit in each one. Again, I really liked how it was set up in the 2nd grade one for kiddos. But here for 3rd grade, they do talk a bit about the books of the law, the books of history, books of poetry. So they do kind of start at the beginning of some of the basis of just information about the different books of the Bible. And there are a couple coloring pages here in the younger ones. So this is kind of the layout. Here you'll see that, like I said, they jump from Old Testament to New Testament quite a bit. which I really do like. And they're all a little bit different. Third grade, it kind of brings in some of these crossword puzzles as well. So we are, and one thing that I do like is, let me see if I can find one that's not written in yet. So, for example, here we're talking about, this is a lesson he hasn't gotten to yet, but the book of Daniel, it talks about idols and their true God. And so there'll be the Bible lesson. And then what they're going to do is they're going to bring some ways to apply it to your kids. So they're going to give your kid a few scenarios and ask them which one would probably, for this one, read about each person below, mark the choice that shows idolatry. And it makes it more relatable to your child on the topic. And you're going to find these pretty frequently throughout. Looks like he went ahead and did that. He worked ahead. They do that sometimes. So this is the third grade. Here's the fourth grade. This will be my son's for next year, but this is the first one my older son ever did. Building life castles. So I'm just going to flip through a little bit of what this looks like. There's less pictures, less things to color. This grade is where it starts getting a bit more wordy, but it's still very, I think, easy for a fourth grader to figure out. Kind of going backwards here. There's going to be, every once in a while, there will be some puzzles. But every page looks a bit different, which I do think kind of keeps my kids' attention with it. Here's another one of those crossword puzzles. So this is the fourth grade, also in the back. Also in the back, they do have a few hymn lyrics, if you want to use those. Quite a few. And then in the very back, if you want to use the scripture memory in the back. So that is the fourth grade. Here's the fifth grade. This is what my fifth grader is using currently right now. Possessing the land. Table of contents. Same thing, 35 lessons, each one broken down into 3 different parts. So I'm just going to flip through this just a little bit so you can kind of see. Every page looks a bit different. Let me get to some pages he hasn't gotten to yet. Here we go. Nehemiah the Organizer, lesson 25. So I do feel like there is more than just your general Bible stories. There is going to be, the kids have already done a whole section on Moses and Joseph, but there are other less known Bible stories here as well. And then in the back, more hymns. As well as a different set of scripture to memorize. And then last to show you, the 6th grade, my middle schoolers will be doing this one, Winning the Race. Here has another overview of all the books of the Bible. One author, one message. I like that. But I've just been really impressed with this. My kids do really enjoy this. I like how it jumps from Old Testament to New Testament quite a lot. Here you'll see we have Psalms, John, 2 Timothy. So I like that it goes back and forth. My kids are really getting to a good grasp on how to find the different books of the Bible, how to use the index at the beginning of the Bible. So, I like that even in this 6th grade, this section, even though it's going to be more wordy, it's not huge. So like I said, the way I set it up, one day if they have Bible, they'll just do the 23A. And then 23B would be a different day. So the sections are not huge. I think that they're very manageable. And I think it really does go in depth pretty well. I've been, like I said, very impressed with this. And there's application in the middle of all of it within the learning the Bible. More hymns at the back. Scripture to memorize. And there you have it. So I hope that was helpful. Again, I'm not going to be doing a flip through of all of my curriculum. I'll do a video of all the final picks once everything is here and I've bought everything. A lot of what we're going to be using are common items, and so there's already so many video flip throughs. But like I said, with this particular company, I haven't really seen any, and we've really enjoyed it. It was something I sort of bought on a whim 2 years ago, and I'm really happy that we did. So I purchased these off of christianbook.com. If you go to that website, go to Homeschool, they will have a section where it's all laid out by subject. Just go to Bible and you will find Positive Action Bible Curriculum. There is one of the choices, and then you can see what they have available. And again, this particular series only goes from 1st grade to 6th grade, and then it looks quite a bit different for their 7th grade and on. If you have any questions, let me know. I can go ahead and link christianbook.com down below for you for your convenience, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks. Bye.